intro for me, Jojo? Okay, I guess we're not doing an intro. That's fine.
Hello, artist. I'd like to commission a regular art, but I want it so you record a time-lapse, give steps-by-steps commentary on the video, finish each part of the render one by one with no fast-forwarding, and describe how you pick the colors and explain the color theories as well.
You fucking monster, you hang up right now.
I just watched a 2-year-old walk over to a child lock drawer, disengage the lock, remove a screwdriver, then close the drawer and re-engage the child lock. It's so over. Was it a 2-year-old? Or was it secretly Finsta baby this whole time?
How old were you when you stopped watching cartoons?
We were supposed to stop? But why? This beanie blocks Wi-Fi and 5G, and brain fog sufferers are calling it a game changer. Dude, they gentrified the tinfoil hat.
Hey, you okay? You barely touched your croissant. How am I supposed to eat such art?
I can't believe this needs to be said, but if you're bit by a snake, please don't bring the snake to the ER with you. We don't want it.
Breaking news. Coronation Street and Emmerdale will have their first ever crossover episode. The episode release tonight. Avengers Endgame for your nan.
Tons of names in my phone are Kenny Landlord, Mike Electric, or Pete Do Not Answer. And just realize, this is how Anglo surnames have always worked. We've circled back around. The victims were dismembered and sacrificed on an altar made of antlers.
Dear God.
Most likely, yes.
You want me to do Pilates? The thing that killed Jesus?
I don't think so.
One day I will hear someone say, "Oh hey, did you know film composer Trent Reznor used to be in a band?"
And on that day, my bones will crumble to ash, and the wind shall carry my sigh for 1,000 miles. Makes me laugh when someone tries to sell a horror thing by going, "This gave like H.P. Lovecraft nightmares." As if H.P. Lovecraft wasn't the kind of man whose nightmares were probably stuff like seasoned food, or a woman wearing a man's hat, or sharing an elevator with an Irishman. The fuck was that last one? Had a dream where the new trend was posting stupid photos of your pet with the caption, "Fart IQ." See example below. Chat, let's make it happen. If you still have an account on Twitter, you know what to do.
Just got hospitalized due to a peekaboo accident. They put me in the ICU. My bones are broken.
You're in her DMs. I'm her DM. I'm also your DM. Welcome to our campaign. Finally. Pizza shop workers took down an armed robber, but when police took off his mask, they discovered he was their old boss. What kind of Scooby-Doo shit is this?
I know this isn't something managers want to hear, but I actually love when I go into a store or restaurant and see all the employees having fun and being friends and having conversations with each other like normal people. Call me controversial, but
my greatest narrative failure is the caffeine-fueled writing session that resulted in the protagonist coping so hard that he performed acts of terrorism. My greatest narrative success is somehow writing myself out of that seemingly unending corner. Good job, you did it.
Guys, I'm scared of Cheeton. I swear every time I open Twitter, I see Cheeton replying to a Twitter account with 5 followers and a total of 30 likes across all their tweets. How is it fighting these people? Am I safe from it? Does it know about me?
When you look into the abyss, the Cheeton also looks into you.
An apology to my wife. I am sorry. The kids were playing some sort of cowboy game. The 5-year-old kept yelling, "Yippee-ki-yay!" I did not think. Instinctively, I finished the phrase. And now he knows a new word.
Oops. I guess you could say old habits die hard.
Things bookworms are still mad about. Inaccurate movie adaptations, ugly stickers printed onto covers, not having enough money to buy all the books, being told not to pile books in front of the door so people cannot visit, and that time the Library of Alexandria was burned down. They should really let that one go. And finally, the Wii turns 20 years old this year.
Jojo, I have the egg. I got your egg. What you want me to do with the egg? You want to throw it downstairs? Throw it? Oh! And there she goes. Off to find the egg.
Just realized doors really are floating in the air 24/7. I don't like that.
Today I discovered that chickens and peacocks can hybridize.
Would we call them pickens or cheecocks?
She was beautiful, like code that compiles on the first try. But also you just knew that there was something deeply wrong with her, like code that compiles on the first try.
Oh no. This dresser is not in the mood and will be taking none of your shit.
Earthbound ass enemy.
Rage baiting my friends by replying to any text longer than a paragraph with this image.
Fully AI generated 100%. That is brutal. Oomph thinks lemons are yellow. Ugh. Apparently I'm colorblind.
Well, at least they found out. Spielberg waiting 60 years to make a movie about his parents' divorce should serve as a reminder to young writers that you don't need to cash in on all your bad memories straight away. More specifically, you should make half a dozen movies about aliens first. Maybe that's how Steven Spielberg coped with the divorce. Look, if you wake up to me crawling into bed to cuddle you, just cuddle back for fuck's sakes. Why are you so concerned with how I got into your house? It really just ruins the moment. Just let me cuddle you, goddammit!
No! God, please!
Do you guys think blood clots are like boba for vampires? Why does this image put me in visceral pain?
Just found out my IRL problems can affect my productivity in the yaoi dimension. What the fuck? So the devil can just come into my church?
Fandoms these days is just a bunch of people walking into a building labeled freaks and weirdos and then being like, oh no, there's a bunch of freaks and weirdos in here. What have I done? I actually quote tweeted this because I have an analogy that I brought into discussion before. Fandoms, it's kind of like going into a bar or tavern, pub, whatever you want to call it. You could go in there and generally just have a good old time with your friends or yourself or whatever. But you always got to remember, there is a chance you're going to encounter someone who is too far gone. Like really far gone into the situation. And they're going to be loud and they're going to be a nuisance. And you're just going to have to mentally prepare yourself for that. And also in both situations, too, somebody walks away in cuffs for being a fucking idiot. You know, there was a brief point in the mid-2000s, early 2010s where emos and preps looked almost exactly the same with just different color schemes.
Back then it was just common to palette swap enemies to save on cartridge space. Fun fact of the day. The lobster is always closer than you think. Don't look behind you. Breaking news. Officials warn of possible monkeys on the loose in North St. Louis City.
Feels like monkeys on the loose should be more of a clear-cut yes or no scenario. I would like to know if there are monkeys on the loose, please.
Blade is rumored to be canceled at Marvel Studios. Marvel will be pivoting to a Midnight Suns movie.
How? How is a movie about a guy who fights vampires so fucking hard?
Literally one of my favorite Marvel movie characters, and he can't catch a goddamn break.
A guy my age was telling me how happy he was that his wife just gave birth to their fourth child and was like, sorry, I don't mean to brag. And it's like, oh, no worries. Your life literally sounds terrible to me. New look at Toy Story 5. The film follows the toys going up against the greatest enemy, a smart tablet. So after watching 4 recently, I can kind of already see how they would put Woody back into the plot. The toys likely struggle getting the tablet away from Bonnie. Rex or Jesse see a flyer or TV ad that the carnival Bo and Woody travel around is in town. They collect him after convincing that they're out of their element here. That's how we got this shot.
Also, I'm about to say something mildly controversial.
I thought Toy Story 4 was okay. Wasn't great. Wasn't terrible. It was okay. Still probably shouldn't have been made, though. I saw idiot as a size option for the rice, so I ordered it. And sure enough, an idiot-sized rice came. Idiot-sized rice would fix me.
Here's how bad inflation is now. New Yorkers are raw docking $4 baked potatoes at their midtown desks and calling it lunch. New Yorkers are what now? New Yorkers are what now?
In preparation for the winter storm, let's review. Drip your faucets. Get your windshield scraper ready. And if they have fur, don't bring them inside. Bringing a bald eagle into my apartment because he doesn't have fur. He looks very confused and happy about it. Why my toddler cried today? She realized she only had 2 feet. She brought me 3 shoes and waited patiently for me to put them on her. No matter how much I matched it, every time I was done, and she realized one of the shoes wasn't on her feet, she cried. We were not going anywhere. This sounds cute, but also a nightmare.
Breaking news. A Florida man is facing up to 5 years in prison after being arrested for using a ketchup packet as a weapon. Police noticed that the victim suffered 2 spots of ketchup on his jacket as a result of the incident.
Did he, punch him with the ketchup packets? Oh, what's going on here? Repaired and installed a necessary kitchen appliance today. I have a Pi hooked up that shuffles a playlist of curated cartoon shows.
A TV in a kitchen playing a cartoon is all it takes to bring people back together. Sometimes I feel like a caveman freshly thawed from a block of ice. This is how my mom watched TV for over a decade. In 2026, though, it's like a different world. The people crave normalcy.
On a side note for me personally, I've also been getting back into some of the stuff I used to do as a kid, like just listening to FM radio. There is something relaxing and liberating about just letting music happen and letting DJs talk.
Psh, fake-ass paranoid schizophrenic, I saw you with your curtains open.
So you were fucking watching!
American, I can't afford the doctor. European.
Oh, you don't have health care for free? Very funny, because here in the EU, we are riding trolley or motorbike to doctor at no cost. In fact, it's considered rude not to. Okay, hope your day is miserable. Bye-bye.
Made the mistake of asking my boyfriend to name his 6 favorite Pokemon, thinking it would only take a few minutes. We're still on number 4. There are raccoons living in my wall who I really want gone. And even though I love my girlfriend and I know she loves me, she is clearly, unambiguously, on the side of the raccoons.
I mean, have you seen them? They're just little guys.
At the doctor's office with my mom. Doctor,
do you abuse drugs?
Me.
You're darn right I abuse drugs. I see a drug, I punch the fuck out of it. Get lost, drugs. I don't need you to have whimsy in my life.
Downloading Clip Studio, thinking it would be easy, and it's literally this.
It's when you open Blender for the first time.
Guys, you're both right. Just silently woke up from a nap and heard my partner say,
"Yar, I can't find me spatula,"
from the kitchen in a Mr. Krabs voice. How often does she do this kind of stuff to entertain herself, I wonder? In the past few days, I've received the message, "Who is this diva?" several times. Upon looking into it, I found that it can have both a positive and sarcastic meaning. Since I don't watch Twitter or TikTok in English-speaking regions, I'm not sure what this means in this context.
I completely understand what you're all trying to say. In other words, you're telling me that I'm Hatsune Miku. Ooh-wee-you. I don't understand people's dislike of turn-based combat.
Dudes be like, I hate turn-based combat, then argue on Twitter. If you hate turn-based combat so much, argue in real life. That'll get your real-time combat going. Doug Bowser and Carla Vernon appointed to Hasbro's board of directors. This fucker's name is Bowser?
You'll never believe where he used to work.
Teacher just asked me if AI generated my art during class. Mind you, I am drawing on a sketchbook.
So, did you?
Being a gamer and reptile keeper is confusing because if I'm going to the store to look at monitors and buy some mice, my friends don't know where I actually am. Gotta keep your friends on your toes, or else they'll throw off your rhythm.
I have 2 Procreate apps. I guess it lives up to its name. Does anyone know how to delete only one of them?
Buys app called Procreate, gets mad when it procreates.
Interesting.
It's because Andor is not Star Wars. Actually excited to hear this and hope he never lets them make anything like it ever again.
Dude, you'll never believe this.
I'm sure what he meant to say, it doesn't feel like Star Wars, but he made it very engagement baity sounding. Which he probably did on purpose. Or he really is that dumb. The only bright spot in the world right now is that burnt out Gen Z and millennials finally make up the majority of the workforce. I just called tech support from my router and was told, girl, I for real think it's cooked. In my one-to-one with my team member, she Gen Z, I'm millennial, her feedback about a stakeholder was literally, she's not giving. It was the most hilarious one-to-one I've ever had in my career.
Pissing off my friends in Valheim by building Dollar Generals.
Man, these fucking things are everywhere. I can't sleep, Dad. I think the bougie man's under the bed.
Don't you mean the boogeyman? Well, the thread count on these sheets is pathetic.
Son of a bitch. Don't go in there.
But I want to see the cat.
Her name is Snowball.
If you took all your DNA, straightened it out, and put it end to end, it would stretch to Jupiter and back 10 times over. You are neither small nor insignificant. You're just very well folded. I don't know if I feel better or worse about this kind of information. Well, hello, gamers. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, do the like, comment, and subscribe. Have you given programs like Blender or Clip Studio a spin? Tell me how you feel about them. And book. I made the illustrations in this with Clip Studio. That's pretty neat. And that's it. I'll see you all later. Bring on the cat.
Oh, we got an engine sputter.